Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. But even if you're not, I want you to stay for this one. Because this video might be the most important, the most uncomfortable, and maybe even the most life-changing video you'll ever watch on this channel. Not because I'm special, not because this topic is new, but because of one brutal, inescapable truth. You and I, we both have 24 hours. So do billionaires, so do athletes, so do world leaders. And yet some people use those 24 hours to build empires, while others use it to scroll, complain, and wait for motivation that never comes. That's why this video is dangerous, because if you watch it with an open heart, you can't lie to yourself anymore. You won't be able to say, I don't have time, because after this video, you'll know exactly how to use your time. And if you still don't act, the truth is, you're not stuck. You're just comfortable with wasting your life. But I know something about you. You don't want to waste your life. You want to do more, be more, create more, change your habits, learn English, build your dream. But your time is running, whether you use it or not. So in this video, I will show you not just 10 random tips, but 10 of the most powerful, real, and tested ways to use your 24 hours like the most successful people on earth. I'm not here to inspire you for 5 minutes. I'm here to change the way you see your day, your routine, and your future. And if you're serious, really serious, then by the end of this video, you will have no more excuses left, only choices. Because once you know how to use your 24 hours right, your future is no longer a question, it's a decision. Not only is this video powerful and life-changing, but it also helps you improve your English in a simple and natural way. Let's begin. Way 1. Plan tomorrow before you sleep tonight. Most people lose their morning the night before. Let's be honest. How do most people go to sleep? They check their phones, scroll for 30 to 60 minutes, worry about life, maybe think, tomorrow I'll try to be better. Then they sleep, without direction, without clarity, without a plan. So what happens next? They wake up confused, mentally tired. They waste the first 2 to 3 hours just figuring out what should I do today. And by the time they decide, half the day is already gone. But the top 1% of people do the opposite. They treat their evening as a preparation zone. They don't let tomorrow just happen. They design it. What you should do. Before you sleep every single night, do this. Take 5 minutes. Write down 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not 10, just 3. Visualize them getting done. Keep that list beside your bed. This is not just a productivity trick. This is how you train your mind to wake up already focused, not foggy. Imagine 2 people. One goes to sleep after watching 40 reels. The other writes, finish English lesson, record 1 video, call client at 3 p.m. When they both wake up, guess who moves faster? The second person doesn't need to decide what to do, they just execute. Over 1 day, maybe no difference, but over 30 days. One is running in circles, the other is building a future. This is not being perfect. This is about being intentional. Why it works. Your brain processes what you write while you sleep. Planning at night gives you mental peace and clarity in the morning. It stops overthinking because your brain says, we already have a plan. Every night before you sleep, write 3 things you want to do tomorrow. This small habit will save your time, give you focus, and make you feel powerful in the morning. Start with this, 1 day at a time, but repeat it every night. This is how your dream begins, not in the morning, but the night before. Way 2. Own the first hour of your day like a warrior, not a victim. What do most people do in their first hour? They grab their phone, they check messages, scroll for news, open notifications. They don't even leave the bed. And already their brain is tired, distracted, and unfocused. They haven't even brushed their teeth. But they've already seen 30 pieces of information. They haven't spoken to their own soul. But they've let the entire world speak first. And then they say, I feel lazy. I don't feel motivated. That's not laziness. That's mental overload. You're not tired. You're just scattered. If you want to take control of your day, your energy, your thoughts, and your productivity, you must take control of your first hour. And I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm not saying wake up at 4 a.m., take an ice bath, read 3 books, and do yoga on a mountain. No, I'm saying, for the first 60 minutes after you wake up, give your time to yourself, not the world. Because that first hour is where your identity is built. That's where the winners win. Not in the afternoon, not at night. In the silence of their morning. Now let's go deeper. What should you do in that first hour? Keep it simple, but intentional. Break it into 3 parts. 1. Stillness, 10 to 15 minutes. Sit quietly. Breathe. Close your eyes. Let your brain wake up slowly, not with a loud alarm, but with awareness. You don't need to meditate like a monk. Just sit and listen to your breath. Why? Because this teaches your brain to be calm before chaos begins. Second movement, 10 to 20 minutes. Stretch, walk, do jumping jacks, dance, move your body in any way that increases oxygen. This tells your brain, we're alive, we're in control. Let's begin. Movement creates momentum, and momentum breaks laziness. 3. Clarity, 20 to 30 minutes. Take out a notebook. Write 3 things. 1 thing you're grateful for. 1 thing you want to do today. 1 sentence you want to remember today, like, my time is my power. Or, read a book, listen to an audiobook, learn 5 new English words. This sets the direction of your thoughts. Because if you don't choose your thoughts early, the world will throw random ones at you all day. Now let me give you a powerful real-world example. Think about the most successful athletes, CEOs, artists. They all have different jobs, different incomes, different personalities, but almost all of them have one thing in common. They don't start their day with noise. They start it with routine. LeBron James doesn't open TikTok at 6 a.m. Oprah doesn't read hate comments before brushing her teeth. Warren Buffett doesn't scroll Instagram in bed. They use the first hour to build the state of mind they need to perform all day. And it's not just about success. It's about peace. It's about starting the day with strength, not stress. Because if the first hour of your day is weak, the rest of your day will keep fighting for control. But if the first hour is strong, then nothing can break you. This is how you become consistent. This is how you stop saying, I don't know where my day went. Take back your morning and your whole life will follow. Way 3. Focus on one high-impact task each day and win that day completely. We live in a world that tells you, hustle, do more, stay busy. But the truth is, most people are not productive. They are just tired. They wake up and start doing random tasks, send 5 emails, clean something, reply to 8 messages, watch 10 YouTube videos about how to be productive. At the end of the day, they feel exhausted, but also empty. Because they didn't move forward. They just moved in circles. That's the painful reality of most people's 24 hours. They are active, but not advancing, busy, but not building. And that's why this third step is non-negotiable. Every day, choose one task, the most important one, and make sure you finish it no matter what. This is your high-impact task. It's the thing that, if done, makes the entire day feel like progress. How do you choose it? Ask yourself, if I only get one thing done today, which one will make my future better? Which one moves me closer to my goal? Not just today, but long term. Let's break it down with some real scenarios. If you're learning English, maybe your high-impact task is speaking for 30 minutes non-stop. If you're starting a YouTube channel, maybe it's finishing your script or recording your voiceover. If you're building your body, maybe it's that 40-minute workout. No matter what else happens today, it doesn't have to be big, but it must be focused, and it must be completed. Here's what this does to your brain. When you complete your high-impact task, you feel clear, proud, energized, and most importantly, in control. Even if the rest of your day is messy, if that one powerful task is done, you still feel like a winner. You don't need 10 perfect hours. You need one focused hour that hits hard. This is how the top 1% operate. They don't waste energy on 100 things. They focus on what matters most, do it with intention, and win the day. The rest is just noise. Because progress is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. With all your heart, with no distractions and with no excuses. That one task done with deep focus. Every day, for 90 days. That's how people change their life. Not by working 18 hours, not by copying someone else, not by waiting for the perfect time, but by mastering one thing a day, over and over again. If you're tired of feeling stuck, overwhelmed, scattered, this is your way out. One task every day, no excuses. That's how empires are built. Way 4. Protect your growth hours like a warrior protects gold. Let me begin by saying something most people don't want to hear. Your dreams are not dying because you don't have time. Your dreams are dying because you don't protect the time you already have. In a 24-hour day, every human being has the same basic breakdown. About 8 hours are used for survival, job, school, responsibilities. About 8 hours are used for sleep and recovery. And the remaining 8 hours? Those are the most powerful, most dangerous, and most wasted hours in human history. Why dangerous? Because these 8 hours are where your real life is either created or destroyed. Most people waste these hours watching videos they don't remember, talking about people who don't matter, and doing things that don't change their future. And then they ask, why is my life not improving? Because the hours that are meant for transformation are being used for entertainment. But the top 1%? They see it differently. To them, those 8 hours are sacred. That's when they read. That's when they build. That's when they learn. That's when they practice. That's when they rewrite their story. Let's be honest. If you work a 9-to-5 job, you come home tired. But between 6 p.m. and midnight, you still have 6 hours. That's more than enough time to learn a new language, create a YouTube channel, work on your health, improve your English, start a side business, read 3 pages of a powerful book, fix your routine, change your mindset, build a better future. But you have to fight for those hours, because the world will try to steal them. Through messages, apps, gossip, fatigue, excuses. The key is to treat those hours like they are worth millions. Because they are. The world's most successful people didn't magically find extra hours. They just refused to waste their growth time. There's a reason why Warren Buffett, one of the richest men on earth, spends 80% of his day reading and thinking, not working non-stop, not jumping from task to task, but growing, because he knows wealth doesn't come from movement. It comes from better thinking, better learning, and better habits. He protects his growth time like a king guards a throne. So should you. Because if you let the world enter your growth hours, the world will control your life. Here's what you need to do. Identify your growth hours. For some, it's 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. For others, it's 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. It doesn't matter when. What matters is you choose them. Design those hours in advance. Don't say, "I'll figure it out." That's a trap. Write a growth plan for those hours. 20 minutes reading, 30 minutes speaking practice, 30 minutes building your project, 10 minutes of journaling. Create a rule. No one can interrupt you. Your growth hours are your future's oxygen. Turn off phone notifications. Put it on airplane mode. Tell your family, these 2 hours are for me. This one decision to protect your growth time will make your 24 hours 10 times more powerful. It's not about having time. It's about having respect for time. You're not too busy. You're underprotecting your future. Way 5. Replace mindless consumption with intentional learning. This one step alone could rebuild your brain. And I'm going to say it like it is. Your phone is not the problem. Your addiction to meaningless content is. Let's do a reality check. How many times a day do you open your phone without a reason? Watch videos that teach you nothing? Scroll for 45 minutes and then say, "What did I just watch?" Feel tired after consuming instead of energized? That's because you're consuming with no purpose, no direction, no boundaries. And slowly, without noticing, your mind becomes heavy. Your focus becomes weaker. Your motivation disappears. Not because you're broken, but because you're overloaded with junk. You're feeding your brain with fast food thoughts every single hour. And just like the body gets sick on junk food, the brain gets weak on junk information. But here's the good news. The human brain is also the most adaptable, most retrainable machine on Earth. If you change what you feed it, it will change what it produces. So here's the golden rule. Turn your consumption into education. Turn your distractions into direction. Turn your scrolling into strategy. Don't stop watching YouTube. Just change what you watch. Don't stop using your phone. Just change why you use it. Here's what you can do starting today. Choose one platform to learn from every day. Not for fun, for transformation. Maybe it's English podcasts. Maybe it's a motivational video. Maybe it's a 10-minute TED Talk. One video a day that improves your brain. Download 3 audio files that teach you something. Listen while walking, cooking, or commuting. This turns dead time into growth time. Replace 15 minutes of scrolling with 15 minutes of writing. Write about your day, your thoughts, what you learned, what confused you. This improves clarity, language, memories, and control. Because learning doesn't need a classroom anymore. It just needs a choice.